Recently, Chad and I brewed another batch of English brown ale. If you want to see how it turned out, stick around. Hello everyone and welcome back. Chad and I are back again.
Hello everybody.
And we're here to go over a recipe that we had just done about a month ago. Another brown ale recipe actually, right?
Yep.
It's actually very similar to what we did a couple years back in the summer of 2017, I believe. It was
Brothers Brown.
The Brothers Brown. Yeah. I think that was the first time Chad and I actually got together and brewed a batch of beer on video. We've done it in the past, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there, but so it was pretty much Chad's debut on YouTube, I think.
I believe it was, yeah.
Yeah. And so what we did this time is that we took the same recipe that we did then, and I just made some tweaks to it. We are home brewers. We like to tweak and try new things, and this is what we did. So if you haven't seen that video already, I suggest after you watch this, go back and check it out, because what happened with this video, I don't have a whole lot of film footage and a lot of step-by-step grain glass content for this video.
Right.
And Chad and I, we were focused on filming for other reasons besides just the video. We had the review of the Spike fermenter, the Flex, right? And I was doing some other things in the background as well, and I didn't get a whole lot of coverage of the recipe.
Yeah,
but
step by step.
No, not step-by-step stuff. So go check out that Brothers Brown video. Same recipe with a few tweaks, which was, well, you know what? How about we stop and get a beer first?
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, this is, I love brown ales. I love them. I don't see enough of them nowadays. I don't see enough homebrewers making them. I don't see enough of them in stores. They seem to be, unfortunately, like a niche beer now. With all the haze craze, hop craze, bitterness craze, IPA craze that you see out there, it's a great refreshing experience. They guys have an old-fashioned brown ale, and this happens to be an English style brown ale, so it's not even at all hop forward. It's very malty, kind of like a toffee or a sort of a light, like a iced coffee kind of a hint background to it. A little chocolate in it. There's no actual chocolate in it. It's just chocolate malt that's actually used in it.
It's really refreshing. It's good.
It's very refreshing.
It's refreshing. You kind of ditch all that hoppy.
And the alcohol content too. This is about 5% or something alcohol. I can probably show you the numbers in a minute, but it's definitely drinkable. I don't get drunk like we did with that hop slam.
Oh man!
If you drink a hop slam in one of these, I think you're done for the evening. I think your motivation is gone after that. Right? So
it is two of those, and after work I'm done.
So excellent beer. Now, is it any better than the original Brothers Brown? I don't know. It's been a year and a half since we had it. My impression is that I like this a lot. Whether it's better, I like the last one a lot.
Yeah.
The only way to know would be to do it a side-by-side brew, which I don't have the ability to do that today, because I don't have two duplicate brew systems, two duplicate fermenters. It's like if you want to do an experiment well, you kind of want to keep everything as common and similar as possible, and I can't do that today. So
control the variable.
Yep. So it's just anecdotal. Excellent beer. Now, what's changed about this beer versus the old one is I used the same Brothers Brown recipe. I'll show it overlay here maybe on screen and put it down in the video description down below. So don't mind about not being able to see these guys. This is just for our own reference here. I'll put links to the old recipe is on the old video. I'll put a link to that as well. But the new recipe is here, and I'll put that in the video description down below as an Excel spreadsheet, a PDF, whatever, right? But the differences are, is that it's the same grain bill, except for one change. I swapped out for the biscuit malt. I changed out the Briess Special Roast for the Briess Victory malt. Both biscuit malts. A key ingredient to making a nice good brown ale is a biscuit malt, right? And some people say they prefer Victory over Special Roast. Now I've tried both. Again, I don't have them side by side, so I don't know, but I like them both. Maybe someday I'll get to try them side by side, but that was not a problem. That was actually a nice change. What else did I do? We changed the hops.
Yeah, the hops were
So the hops, in the old recipe, I used Fuggles in about the same proportion as I'm using in this recipe, but now I'm using the Challenger hops. So, again, anecdotally, do I like Fuggles over Challenger? I don't know. I like it. It's still pretty good beer.
Yeah, I wish we had them both do side by side. I don't know. I think the Brothers Brown was maybe more hoppier than this.
Yeah, I think the Brothers Brown may have been a slightly better. If my memory's correct, but it's not always correct.
No.
I think I might have liked the Fuggles better, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, what else did I make a change to? The yeast. The Brothers Brown, my last batch it used a Wyeast British Ale 1098 liquid yeast. I remember that. But I didn't want to go with the same yeast again. I've used that yeast a number of times in other recipes. I wanted something completely different that I'd never tried before, at least. And I went up going with a dry yeast again. Yeah, another dry yeast. I've been using more and more dry yeast the past couple of years. And it was the Lallemand Windsor British Ale yeast. So maybe the yeast may have had an impact on it. But to keep apples to apples, above and beyond these simple changes for an apples and apples for fermentation, I actually did pressure ferment this one because I think I pressure fermented the Brothers Brown in the Fermentosaurus. Under pressure.
Under pressure, yeah.
And since I had the Spike Flex fermenter, or the Flex Plus, I can ferment that under pressure, so I went ahead and did this one under pressure too. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons, maybe facts and myths mixed in there, as well as to the pros and cons of fermenter or pressure fermentation versus regular fermentation. Right. That's a topic for a whole nother video, but I try to keep them the same to try to get the same profile with these other changes. If you change too many things at once, then it gets hard to know what impacted the beer.
Right.
And I broke that rule already by changing 3 things. I should have just changed one, but we aren't doing a side by side, so this is just for fun, and want to give it a try.
Yep, and it's good. It definitely has that malty taste to it, don't it?
Very malty beer, and that's a big pro for like brown ales, especially the English style brown ales, because the American style still tend to be a little bit more hop forward if you brew it per the style. And I wanted to get away from it for a change. I get tired of super bitter hoppy beers. I mean, I just like I like variety.
Yeah.
You know, I make amber ales. We're about to start doing an Oberon here today.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Nice wheat beer.
Nice wheat beer for the summer, right? So we probably should wrap this up and let everyone get on their way.
Yeah.
And we need to get brewing. It's already getting late in here today, and we got about 6-7 hours ahead of us. So we'll be drinking some brown ale. We still got some of the Hop Slam here on tap. And we're brewing 10 gallons of Bell's Oberon, which there'll be a video on in the near future. So that's all I got for you guys. Chad, anything?
Not much. Just drink and watch.
Drink and watch. All right, see y'all later. Cheers. We'll say something like, Chad and I brewed another batch of brown ale. If you want to see how it turned out, stick around.
Yeah.
Right? And I should have recorded it. I did record that. Anyway.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, ready?
Recorded.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Chad and I brewed another batch of brown ale recently. If you want to see more about it, see, I'm following my words. I said it perfectly without going on camera. You know? All right,
Never
here we
fails.
go.
Never fails.
All right.